that Patriot charge to make the tackle. Check out the bounce on the kickoff.
New England bounce right off the bat. They're playing at home. They say, give me some of these good bounces. Sohn does the only thing he can. The ball did not go into the end zone, so he has to field it and get upfield as much as he can.
The Jets start out just across their 10, and there is Pat Ryan, who has seen limited action this season. A couple of years back, though, he did take over as the starter. Johnny Hector. Gang tackle led by the inside linebacker Lawrence McGrew. Johnny Hector coming off the double last week against Buffalo. 117 yards on the ground, 100 yards as a receiver. Jets with the outstanding receivers, Toon, Walker, and Schuler. Freeman McNeil still out, might make his return against Denver next Monday. And Joe Fields, the captain, replaced for the second consecutive week by Guy Bingham. Fields out with that sprained knee. Second down and 5. Tony Payne stopped by Johnny Rembert, who is replacing the injured Steve Nelson, who is out with an ankle problem. Kenneth Sims went down, and Brent Williams beat out Ben Thomas for the starting job on the left side. Excellent linebackers led by Andre Tippett. And in the secondary, Pat Marion, James, and Claiborne. It is a 3rd and 3. And the first down picked up by Mickey Schuler. Lepet and James on the coverage, and 11-yard pass play.
Marv, this is a big first down, especially for Pat Ryan. When you haven't played in such a long time, to come out on your first pressure, 3rd down situation, and make a first down, it's a big play. He gets a nice lane to throw through. Nobody had to throw over. He had good vision to the receiver and a nice completion.
Jets first down from their 28. We are just underway in Foxborough. Here is Hector across the 30-yard line, met by Johnny Rembert. At the University of Tennessee, Pat Ryan had an injury-plagued career, was used in passing situations for the most part. Back in '84, he earned the starting job when Ken O'Brien and Mark Gastineau were involved in that celebrated court case concerning the Studio 54 escapade. And he did go 6-2 and then suffered a concussion up here in New England. Hector for a short pickup.
Jets have run on both first downs and both second downs. Obviously want to try and establish that run, but look up front to the blocking assignments. As you see right here, 56 is Tippett. Be a key right there. And the Jets will try 2 tight ends a lot today to try and stop those 2 big outside linebackers, Tippett and Don Blackman, from getting into the backfield and keep them at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 6. The Jets from their 33. Again, Ryan completes for the first down. Wesley Walker on the reception and covered by Raymond Claiborne. It's a 13-yard pass play.
The Patriots have such good athletes on defense. They play a lot of man-to-man coverage. Claiborne and Walker man-to-man, and then Ryan puts the ball in there well enough that Walker can get down and make the reception.
Jets first down from their 47-yard line. Altoon is to the right, to the near side, but it's to the ground. Nothing. Andre Tippett all over Johnny Hector.
Tippett, one of the best linebackers in the league. At the bottom of your screen, 56, and that's Schuler, 82. That's a mismatch right from the word go. One of the problems the Jets are going to have today trying to run the ball is that Schuler and Cleaver, their 2 tight ends, are not physically big enough and strong enough to control Tippett and Blackman, the other outside linebacker.
Andre Tippett in his 5th year out of Iowa. 2nd and 9. Here's Hector. And Hector with a nice hurdle move. He was stopped by McGrew. Picked up 11 and another Jet first down, and they're moving very smartly on this opening series.
I think you saw the experience of Pat Ryan on that one, Marv. 9 years in the league. He came up. It was going to be a wide toss, and he went on a quick count. He got his lineman set, and before the defense could really get set and see the formation, he was up there, had the ball snapped, and they were around him before the defense could react.
And Ryan and the Jets have a first down at the Patriot 42. That is Toon, who came across the field. Hector inside the 40, and he's met by Tippett. There's Ken O'Brien, who did work briefly before the game, did some throwing, said he felt good, and the Jet team doctors say if there is no swelling in the knee, he could face Denver next Monday.
The Jets have gone through maybe what some would say is the easier part of their schedule. They've got some tough games coming up as we take a look at the other starting quarterback, Tony Eason, who also says that he could have played today. He's got some ribs, and it's going to take some time for those to heal.
Eason having a terrific year. This is the 10th play of the drive. 2nd down, Ryan running out of trouble and running for the first down. And some more. It is an 18-yard pickup for Ryan.
One of the pluses when you go from Ken O'Brien to Pat Ryan is that Ryan likes to move around a little bit more. He's a little bit more mobile. Look to the right side of your screen. That's Page blocking on Blackman. Now he knocks Blackman inside. There's no containment, and Ryan has an opportunity to get upfield. Does a nice job of eluding Lepet right there.
So, Bob, we've gone 6 minutes in first quarter, and it has been Jet ball throughout.
And I think the opening drive for the visiting team in this series is very important. The Jets have got a good drive going right now.
First down at the Patriot 21. Hector on the short advance. The nose tackle, Toby Williams on the stop. Williams had a strong game against the Jets last month. 7 tackles, a forced fumble. Only a 10th round draft pick out of Nebraska. There he is, Toby Williams.
The two teams that have beaten the Patriots this year, Seattle and Denver, have both run the ball very well, and they've run it right at that man, not 56 Tippett, but inside of Tippett at the rookie Williams.
It is a 2nd and 7. And it's Page inside the 15. Lawrence McGrew, inside linebacker on the stop. Lawrence McGrew used to be Larry McGrew. It's the same guy. Wants to be called Lawrence, similar to your situation where you attempted to have people pronounce it as Grise, but no one listened.
Well, I think he saw Ronnie Lepet get all of the attention when he changed his name. He's playing with 3 outstanding linebackers. Steve Nelson not playing today, made the Pro Bowl last year, and then Tippett and Blackman. He says, I got to do something to get some attention. I'll change my name.
Crowd is looking to spur on the Patriot defense. 3rd and 4 for the Jets. Ryan got the protection and completes right at the first down marker. Altoon stopped by Marion and Lepet, and it is another Jet first down as we scan our 10-minute ticker for the first time today, and Goose Eggs up on the board. Just underway around the National Football League. Is that our first all Goose Egg 10-minute ticker, Bob?
You would think that Easter was on the horizon,
Get out of here. First and goal from the 9. 8 minutes in, and the Jets have held on to the ball throughout. Big hole as Hector goes inside the 5. Marion and Tippett combining on the stop, and good blocking for the Jets on the right side of the line.
This is one of the areas the Jets would like to attack, as you see Cleaver coming back inside, doubling on the nose man. Both Alexander and McElroy get a piece of the rookie Williams and get some movement, and a nice hole there for the runner. That
is the left defensive end, Brent Williams, playing for the usual starter, Kenneth Sims. The nose tackle is Toby Williams. It is a 2nd and goal from the 3. Here is Hector. The 16th play of the drive as Hector was stopped by Rembert.
This is the same play they just ran the other way. Now watch the tight end Cleaver here. He's going to come back.
17th play of this drive, a drive that could end up disappointing if the Jets don't cash in and have to settle for 3.
And a big drive for the Jet offense. I mentioned on the road and Ryan, the offense gets stronger the more they're on the field. The defense gets stronger the less they're on the field. The Jets have a great drive going right here.
And the crowd urging the Patriot defense on. 3rd and goal from the 2. Touchdown, Tony Page. Page, the classic short yardage man.
The Jets say touchdown. I haven't seen the officials say touchdown yet. No, it's 4th down.
Oh, all right. Page just short. Let's take another look at it.
The same type of play they've been running. Motion man coming in, and right there, as you see, the defensive tackle going down just short, 4th and inches.
And they're going for the 6. Here's Hector, and he is in. Johnny Hector going at Rembert and McGrew to get in to cap off this long drive.
Well, that was a tough defensive stand and a good play by the Jets. Try and go wide, stretch the defense, and then just look for a crack up the seam. And Hector almost slips down, but he lunges into the end zone as Rembert can't hold on to prevent the touchdown.
And here is Pat Ryan to attempt the extra point. So the Jets holding on to the ball for 10 minutes and 11 seconds and are able to get up with the 7.
Let's take a look at the last touchdown from the defensive side of the ball. Rembert, 52, is flowing with the lineman, and now he sees that Hector is going to cut back inside. Saw a little gap. It's a great effort by Hector to stay on his feet, twist around, and just barely get the football over the end zone.
Johnny Hector coming off the terrific day against Buffalo last week, and now Pat Leahy getting set to kick it off. And it was Leahy, not Ryan, kick the extra point. Short kick, and it's Stephen Starring. Good return by Starring across the 35-yard line. Matt Munger on the stop. Starring averaging 23 yards a return. So Steve Grogan replacing the injured Tony Eason. The runners, Craig James, Tony Collins, Stanley Morgan, who burned the Jets in that earlier meeting at the Meadowlands, along with Fryer, and a new look tight end for the Patriots with Greg Hawthorne, the starter. First down for New England. First time they've had the ball. We have 4:37 remaining. First quarter. Grogan with a bullet. Incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Hawthorne. Bell and Munger covering. Now the Jets up front go with Bennett, Klecko, and Lyons. Mark Gastineau still bothered by that abdominal muscle pull, but we'll see quite a bit of Gastineau today. In fact, he has just checked in. And the linebackers who have played well, Jackson, Clifton, Mellon, Crable. Secondary, though, has been a problem area, particularly with all the injuries. Russell Carter, though, is back in. He missed the last 2 weeks because of a groin pull. 2nd and 10 from the 36. And Grogan to throw again, going deep. Intended for Fryer, covered by Lyles.
Grogan said earlier in the week, I hope that the fans don't expect miracles. He did very well last year when he came in and played. As you see him looking to the sideline, signaling what players he wants in the ball game. Normally he's on the sideline sending plays and players in for Tony Eason, but he said, I'm going to play as best I can, and the players, I hope, think that I can do things, but the fans, I hope they're a little bit patient with me. It's interesting, he came out through on the first 2 plays.
And Grogan has had a number of outstanding games during the course of his career against the Jets. Now out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And unleashes deep. Stanley Morgan not able to hang on. He was covered by Harry Hamilton.
One of the things the Jets defensively would like to do is get some pressure on Grogan. Gastineau 95 and Baldwin 95 and Gastineau 99. Gastineau gets there in time to deliver a blow. The pressure on Grogan is a key for the Jet defense.
So Rich Camarillo back at his 21-yard line. Kurt Sohn, the deep man, he is standing at his 15. Patriots forced to give up the ball in a hurry after that sustained drive by the Jets. And they will mark it just inside the Jet 25-yard line. 4:14 remaining, first quarter. It's the Jets 7, the Patriots nothing. For Dallas, Herschel Walker took it in from a yard out to give the Cowboys a 7-0 lead. Miami on a 23-yard field goal by Fuad Reveiz in front. 39-yard punt a moment ago by Camarillo. And the Jets first down from their 24. Backfield of Hector and Page. Pat Ryan, the quarterback. Hector. Stopped by the nose tackle, Toby Williams.
There's Johnny Rembert filling in for Steve Nelson. Steve, the captain of the team. Rembert has filled in for him before. Filled in last year, did a nice job making all the defensive calls as you see him looking to the sideline. And Rod Rust, and Rust is very high on Johnny Rembert. Thinks he'd be starting on most of the teams in the National Football League.
And a man the Jets remember well for that fumble recovery. Stripped the ball from Johnny Hector in that wild card playoff game and ran it for the score, 2nd and 9. Ryan throws and completes for the first down to Mickey Schuler. Roland James, the strong safety, makes the stop. So Pat Ryan is 4 for 4 on the day.
A little movement, a little bit more motion by the quarterback than New England is used to seeing from the Jets because of the different quarterback. Ryan likes to move around, throws the ball low and outside. Schuler down with a good catch. So far, of the backup quarterbacks, Ryan has gotten the best part of it.
Hogan going 0 for 3, looking downfield and not able to connect. First down at the 36. Jets 7, Patriots nothing. Out of the ground, Hector trying to slip his way. Gets to the 40. Penalty marker down. Andre Tippett on the stop. Referee Jerry Seaman calling it against New England. And a look at today's officials. The replay man is Jack Reeder, who is the assistant supervisor of officials.
Illegal hands to the face, number 55, defense, first down.
That's the outside linebacker, Don Blackman.
Trying to get a little bit of jam in the linebacker on the defensive end and on the tight end, and that again is what we were talking about. Rod Rust there on the left and Steve Nelson on the right. Nelson with a sprained ankle thinks that he'll possibly be able to play next week.
Jets first down from their 46-yard line. 2.5 to go. First quarter. That's Cleaver, 89 in motion. Hector to midfield and fumbles. But it carried out of bounds.
The question is, did he have possession before the ball was out of bounds? Doesn't appear as he did, and the ball will remain with the Jets. Here's Rembert, 52, as you take a look at him beating the block of McElroy and then sliding to the outside. It's like he pulls on the hand of Hector and shakes the ball loose. Ball bounced out of bounds before the Patriots could control it. Take a look at it from the end zone. Shows you the block there. Good block.
Rembert looking to pull one out of the pages of that wild card move last season. There's Pat Ryan, 9th year in the NFL. This is 12th National Football League start. All previous 11 back in 1984.
Rule, the ball will come back to where it was fumbled. It is second down.
That is the call regarding the fumble by Hector, carrying out of bounds. Raymond Berry, man who has the greatest hands of any coach in the NFL. Hall of Fame receiver with the Baltimore Colts in a glorious 13-year career. 2nd and 6 from midfield. The swing for Hector, met hit on by Tippett.
Andre Tippett epitomizes what this defense stands for. Speed, aggressiveness, intimidation. Right here, he's got the man in the backfield, man-to-man, and he sees Alexander coming out on a screen. He knows from watching the game films this week that it's going to be a screen, gets upfield and makes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Loss on the play, sets it back to a 3rd down, 11. On the reception, and another Jet first down, a 12-yard advance. Roland James, the strong safety, covering on the play.
This is just a well-designed, well-thought-out, and called play. Rod Russ, the defensive coordinator, says the Jets are very well structured, very well organized. As Ryan looked straight down the field, there was some commotion in the middle of the field. The man covering him, I think it was James, 38, could not get through to cover the man-to-man, and it was wide open down the sideline.
Pat Ryan, 6 for 6 for 49 yards.
Excuse me, Marv. Give credit to Walton for that call. It was well thought out.
First down at the New England 42, a minute to go, first quarter. Good play action, and Ryan goes deep for Toon, overthrows. Ronnie Lepet, Fred Marion on the coverage. So Al Toon, the leading receiver in the NFL, had been quiet to this point, and Ryan tried to hit him on the post pattern.
Lepet on the right side. Let's see what the Jets trying to do. Just a straight numbers post, they call it, not into the middle of the field. The ball is overthrown, but Lepet with some big plays this year. He's intercepted 3 passes. You know, as a quarterback, you look at a guy like Lepet and you say he's going to make some big plays, but he's a guy that you might try to get some big things on too. He's a gambler. You got to watch out for him.
2nd and 10 at the New England 42. Walker, 85, in motion. And again, Ryan finds his man. It's Schuler. Ricky Schuler breaking tackles. Finally hauled down by Roland James. 37-yard pass play.
Well, the Jets thought they had a good game plan coming in. As we take a look at the motion's going to come all the way across. Now Schuler's right here. He's just going to go down and hook to the outside. You see a lot of motion in the National Football League. What this does is change the coverage, maybe cause some confusion. Schuler releases inside of the motion, just hooks. He's wide open. But the thing that really made that, Marv, is the motion was a little bit confusing in that secondary.
Schuler's 3rd reception of the day. Ryan is now 7 for 8. First and goal from the 6. And here is Hector trying to cut inside. Picked up 3 on the play. Tippett and Rembert on the stop, and Pat Ryan and the Jet coaching staff mixing their plays up very effectively.
Very nicely. The Jets doing a good job. New England's defense has not been handled this way in a long time.
And the Patriots hearing from the crowd as this first quarter concludes. As you said right at the start, the Jets have to control the ball. They've certainly been doing that. This is the 10th play of the drive coming up.
And the Jets had 27 plays the first half. The Patriots only had 3. Now, if I were an offensive man coming into this game, that's what I would want to do. Try and control the ball and keep it away from New England.
Check out those first quarter statistics. Zippo for the Patriots. How often do you see that kind of mismatch?
That's what you call ball control.
Just underway, second quarter. Jets 7. Patriots nothing. That's Cleaver in motion. Second and goal from the 3. Hector going outside and stopped. McGrew, number 50, with the right defensive end. Veras, number 60, combining. Swing around the scoreboard. Dallas maintaining its lead. Greg Bell on a 1-yard run for Buffalo. And Atlanta on a Nick Luckhurst 23-yard field goal with a 3-0 lead on the Rams. Tampa Bay in front of St. Louis. Third and goal from the 3. Hector and Page, the running backs. So Ryan is sacked. It's Garen Veras with his 5th of the season. Veras, the second-round draft pick last year out of Stanford. However, a penalty marker is down.
Offside, defense, man over the center, third down.
So it will be instead a third and goal from the 1.5.
It's a crucial penalty, gives the Jets another opportunity. Take a look at the right there, he jumps. Couldn't see who it was, but give the Jets another play. Jumps again, Marv.
Another flag thrown. Tony Page, the ball carrier. And once again against the Patriots.
Rod Russ, the defensive coordinator. You just cannot give a good offensive team another crack and another crack at the goal line.
Offside, defense, still third down.
The right side of your screen right there. Ryan doing a good job with his cadence at the line of scrimmage. Ordinarily, you don't like to fool around with your cadence when you're on the other team's goal line. You don't have a lot to gain, but in this situation, he's gained 2 extra plays.
So here is the third and goal. And it is Hector once again. Johnny Hector with his 2nd touchdown of the game, and the Jets move in front 13-0.
Watch Ted Banker right here, the left guard. He's going to pull and trap this way as it's a little stutter. You'll step this way and then come right into the end zone. Little motion to give some thought, some second thoughts to the Patriots. A counter step to the left side by Hector, and Banker with a good block and a nice touchdown.
And here's Pat Leahy, who is 15 for 15. Make it 16 out of 16. And the Jets in a surprise off to a 14-0 lead.
Today's game is brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? By U.S. Armed Forces, it's a great place to start. And by AT&T. In long-distance services, information and network systems, telephones and computers, AT&T is the right choice.
Welcome back to Sullivan Stadium in Foxborough. Marv Albert, Bob Greasy. Another long drive by the Jets, resulting in a 1-yard run by Johnny Hector. Here's Stephen Starring on the kickoff return and tripped up short of the 15-yard line.
Let's go back and take another look as you see the good charge by the Jets. Pat Ryan's cadence, Marv, getting the Jets 2 more opportunities to score, as the New England Patriots had stopped the Jet offense twice, but 2 offside penalties. Ryan pulling him off sides, gets him another shot and into the end zone.
And another long drive, 11 plays earlier. It was a 17-play drive, first down at the 15-yard line. Craig James, for very little, the Patriots have not shown much of a running game thus far this season. And forget about today.
Yeah, it's true. You know what this does as we look at the 10-minute ticker, it puts more pressure on Grogan and the New England offense. We're into the second quarter. They've only run 4 plays offensively, and they're down 14-0. So it puts more urgency on the times they do have the football. 2nd and 8 from the 17. Last week, James with 70 yards, 22 carries against Miami for his best effort of the season. Here's Collins. Tony Collins averaging only 3 yards a carry. It will be a 3rd down and 5 from the 20. Take a look at the number of plays. I mentioned a little earlier, an offense will get stronger the more it's on the field. A defense gets stronger the less it's on the field. Obviously, if you're an offensive team and you haven't been out there as Grogan has not, you don't feel very confident.
Grogan got the time. Pass intended for Cedric Jones, but a flag thrown. Cedric Jones, in his 5th year out of Duke University, the intended receiver. And it's against the Jets.
I think it's going to be on Lester Lyles covering Jones. The Patriots have so many good wide receivers, they're trying to mismatch on Lyles.
Number 26, defense, first down.
And 26 is Lester Lyles. Played well recently, particularly against the Indianapolis Colts 2 weeks ago. He's now the starter at strong safety out of the University of Virginia, Lester Lyles. And this is the first down for New England. We're 3 minutes in to the second quarter. Grogan got the time and hits Tony Collins. But it's a short pickup, and look out, it is Collins and Carter. Russell Carter has been involved on a number of occasions.
That time,
flare-up or 2.
Excuse me, that time Collins with the first blow obviously felt like he was hit when he was out of bounds. It's just an option to the back, out of the backfield. Collins is an excellent receiver. He's complaining about the hit up around the helmet with good cause, because Carter with the forearm, then Tony says, hey, don't give me that. And then he gets the worst of the fight on the sideline.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 27 defense, first down.
And as it turns out, they do call the forearm up to the helmet.
At this point, the way the Patriot offense has been going, they'll take all the help they can get, and the 2 penalties against the Jets push them up to the 45-yard line. Jets with a 14-0 lead. They have controlled this first half. Here's James. Trying to cut back in, and a short pickup for Craig James. Reminder that we'll be selecting the Budweiser Most Valuable Player for today's game later on. They're calling it a 2nd down and 8.
James moving his right shoulder as though he may have jammed his shoulder into the turf when he was tackled that time. Seems to be all right. He's staying in the ball game.
Collins and James in the backfield. Here's James with the running room for the first down. And off the fumbles, the Jets recover. Russell Carter on the recovery. A very elusive football.
Well, we just talked about James moving that shoulder around. I wonder if that shoulder was a little sore. He was a little protective as he went down. It's a draw play inside to the left side. He gets hit on that right shoulder and the ball comes out. Lyles and a bunch of the Jets going for it.
And for the Patriots, only their 4th giveaway this year. Craig James now making his way gingerly to the Patriots sideline across the field.
Along with Ron O'Neill and their trainer and their team doctor.
And we're also told that Roland James twisted his left ankle and may not return. The strong safety Roland James now in danger. And now, well, we see him on the field, so apparently he's giving it a shot. First down play for the Jets off that fumble recovery. Johnny Hector seeing much action in this first half, and he's been outstanding once again. 17 carries, 54 yards, and the 2 touchdowns for Hector.
Well, so far it's been all Jets offense. They've controlled the ball, kept Grogan and the Patriots offense off the field, and like I said, it takes a lot of pressure on Grogan and the Pats offense if they don't get some points on the board.
2nd and 6 for the Jets. Hector picking up 4. Driving run again by Hector, stopped by Marion, and it is another Jet first down. Fred Marion, the free safety, coming up to make the stop.
Marion and James, as you see, James right there, 2 of the outstanding defensive backs the Patriots have. They also have Claiborne and Lepet. They have been a very durable outfit, playing every game as starters last year, as we see Blackman being helped off the field. That outfit, the defensive backfield, has been together the entire year. Last year, made every start. James missed 1 start this year. That was the only time they were not together.
Ed Williams, 3-year pro from Texas, replacing Blackman at outside linebacker. First down for the Jets, and again to the ground. Some fancy running by Tony Page, stopped by the nose tackle Toby Williams. Page picked up 7. We're set for an NFL update. Let's go to our studio in New York.
Marvin, the second quarter now at the Orange Bowl. Buffalo leads Miami 7-3. Miami was leading 3-0 when Marino hit Bruce Hardy. He fumbled. George Cumbie picks it up, and he rambles deep into Miami territory. They eventually brought him down, but a bit later, Greg Bell scored from the 1. It's 7-3 Bills.
Hard Bob, Marv Albert, Bob Greasy, back at Foxborough. 2nd and 3 from the 48. And Fa'ola, the rookie from Hawaii who just checked in, carries the ball for the first time in his National Football League career. Andre Tippett on the stop. Fa'ola was dropped last month, and then a week and a half ago he was re-signed after Dennis Blygen was hurt. There he is. It's a 3rd down and 1 from the 46. Jets 14, Patriots nothing. And Ryan completes to Cleaver for the first down. A 10-yard pass play. Rembert and Lepet combined on the stop.
Jets picking apart at the little things. They're like nitpicking at the Patriot defense. This Cleaver to the right side of your screen just goes down, breaks to the outside. It was 3rd and short, and that's what they got, 3rd and short. Well-designed plays by Joe Walton and the offensive staff.
Ryan 8 for 9, 95 yards, and very efficient to pick up the first down. Now Page is back, penalty marker down.
Markers down.
Just under 8 minutes remaining in this first half.
Snap, number 68 offense, still first down.
Reggie McElroy called on the penalty. There is number 68.
Here's McElroy right here. Let's see if he moves a little bit quick. Problem is they have a quick count on, and when you get up there as a quarterback and as an offensive line, sometimes there's it's the first sound, and the quick count is the first sound. McElroy just anticipated that sound being a little bit quicker, and that actually caused the fumble because the center sees the lineman move and snaps the ball, and the quarterback's not ready for it.
Now Hector, the lone deep back. It's a 1st and 15 for the Jets. And it's Hector on the draw. Running to the 35, Tippett on the stop. Reggie McElroy, a man who switched from left tackle with the departure of Marvin Powell. So the Jets now go with McElroy and Sweeney at the tackles, Banker and Alexander at the guards, and Guy Bingham replacing the injured Joe Fields, who's out with that sprained knee.
That offensive line doing a good job, not pulling any linemen very often, going straight at the linebackers so they can't run through any openings in the offensive line.
2nd and 10. Ryan with a bullet, incomplete. McGrew and Rembert on the coverage. Dallas now leads Washington 10-0.
Buffalo may be the best, most improved team in the league, leading Miami 7-3.
Kansas City jumping in front. Detroit over Green Bay. 3rd down 10 coming up from the 35.
Ryan being content with throwing the shorter passes. Let's see if he goes a little longer here.
Well, he goes to the ground. And Hector stopped short of the 1st down by Rembert.
There's a little talking going on the field down there. The Patriots don't like what's being done to them. They're getting the ball shoved down their throat. They don't like it. They're a physical team. A conservative call, Marv, and I think there are probably times when conservative calls are good, and that time I think it was in order. Jets not wanting to turn the ball over, make a mistake, get opportunity for Leahy to kick the field goal.
And Pat Leahy, who has hit on 19 straight, as you see Craig James heading to the locker room, attempting a 47-yard field goal. Make it 20 in a row. His 20th consecutive to tie the streak of Gario Yepremian. A 17-0 lead against the New England Patriots here in Foxborough. The Jets have just controlled the football. 5:49 remaining in this first half. The kickoff by Leahy. Stephen Starring out to the 10. Out across the 20-yard line. You saw a moment ago Craig James head toward the locker room. Here is that last run by James in which he coughed up the football.
Right knee right there, Marv, as you see him get a little bit hyperextended and stretched on that hit.
And we have received word that it is a sprained ligament in the right knee, and he will not return today. So Craig James is out. 1st down, New England from their 20. Mosi Tatupu in the backfield with Tony Collins. And Grogan off the roll. Flag has been thrown. Grogan the other way now, running away from Lyons. Met by Bennett as he unleashes, and it's broken up. Russell Carter on the cover.
One of the sideline people, or 2 of the sideline officials being knocked over, the linesman. Grogan showing you what he used to do a lot of and would prefer not to do now that he's been in the league for a few years. This is his 12th year. But it puts a lot of pressure on the offense of the Patriots, and especially Grogan, when you haven't scored a lot of points or haven't an opportunity to run a lot of plays. You're down 17-0.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Number 75 defense. 1st down.
Want to say that again, Joe?
That sounds like Gario Yepremian. I don't know.
Who said that? His best friends call him Gario.
I knew Gario. I used to call him that all the time.
1st down at the 25 for the Patriots. Collins hit for the loss. Charles Jackson all revved up about that tackle. Set for an update. Let's go to Bob Costas at NFL 86.
All right, Marv, in the second quarter at Cleveland, the Browns and the Chiefs trailing 7-0. Cleveland evens the issue on a little swing pass from Bernie Kosar to Ernest Biner. It covers 16 yards and equals the 26-yarder Todd Blackledge threw to Stephon Page. They're even at 7 in the second.
Thank you, Bob. Tony Eason looking on as replacement. The veteran Steve Grogan has struggled 1 for 4 for 5 yards as the Patriots trail 17-0. So Grogan with his second completion, but well short of the first down. Bob Crable on the stop of Tony Collins.
See Grogan signaling to the sideline with substitutions he wants in the ball game, but Grogan having a tough time getting things started. The Jets very tough to run against defensively. They're going to stop the run just by lining up. They're all their different alignments defensively. It's tough to run against them.
3rd and 6 from the 29. Out of the shotgun, the tight end Beatty to the backfield. And Grogan in trouble. So the Jets with their first sack of the day, and it is Mark Gastineau who comes up with his first complete sack of the season. He had a half sack coming on.
Was it Gastineau or Klecko that got there? They were both in there. Let's take a look. As you see, 73 and 99 both getting pressure, pushing him back. Look at Klecko. His man's like he's on his skates. It's Fairchild. And they both get there. It looks like Klecko certainly had an armful of the quarterback.
Perhaps they'll give a half apiece.
Yeah, baggy, right?
And here is Rich Camarillo back at his 3. Punting unit has come on. Good rush. Kurt Sohn is back from his 30. Penalty flag down as Sohn has run out. 53-yard punt, a good one for Camarillo. 3.5 remaining, first half. And it is against the Jets.
Illegal block during the return. Number 81 receiving team. First down.
That is Billy Griggs, the backup tight end, called on the penalty. So it's the Jets 17, the Patriots nothing. We'll be right back. This is the first part of our NBC doubleheader as we scan the 10-minute ticker. Jets taking over, first down from the 28. Pat Ryan 8 for 10, 96 yards. Wesley Walker right near that first down marker. Stopped by Raymond Claiborne. Right here, let's pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is WMAR TV2 in Baltimore, Maryland's leader in sports broadcasting.
Marv Albert with Bob Greasy from Sullivan Stadium. Capacity crowd, 61,000 on hand. And the Jets, in a stunner, lead the New England Patriots 17-0 with 3:15 remaining. In this first half, the Patriots had outscored their opponents 74-19 in the first half this year. They jumped all over Miami last week and crushing the Dolphins to make the record at 3 up and 2 down. The Jets come in at 4-1. And with Pat Ryan taking over for Ken O'Brien, this was not what was expected. Steve Grogan, of course, has come on for the injured Tony Eason. Second and less than a yard. That's Schuler peeling off. And Ryan had it knocked away. It appears the Jets have recovered. And let's see, are they calling it an incomplete pass or a fumble?
New England very physical on defense, trying to create some turnovers or do something for their offense. As you see right there, just as his hand goes forward, it was a pass, but that was Sweeney, number 53, that was on the blocking, and Blackman on the pressure.
So it will be a 3rd and 1 off the ruling of the incompletion. Just under 3 minutes left in this first half. And a first down picked up by Johnny Hector. Left defensive end Brent Williams on the stop. It has been all Jets in this first half.
And you wouldn't have thought it either coming into the game. Backup quarterbacks. We talked about Grogan with his 113 starts. Ryan with only 11. But you know, you look at the other side of that, there's a book out on Grogan. Not to say that he hasn't played well. He hasn't had many opportunities. But Ryan hasn't started that many games. They really don't know what to expect. And, of course, Walton has done a good job of self-scouting.
First down from the 41. Nice catch off the bobble by Al Toon. Johnny Rembert on the stop. It's a 14-yard pickup. So Al Toon with his second reception of the day.
Ryan's got a shoulder pad problem. He's going to get an opportunity at the 2-minute warning to fix it right over the middle. Good throw. Good catch by Toon. Toon is 6'5", so he's a favorite target for those Jet quarterbacks.
And now we get the 2-minute warning. We'll be back right after these messages. Bob, you mentioned the term a moment ago, self-scouting, and I know the Patriot coaches were very complimentary about the Jets' self-scouting. What does that mean?
Patriot defense looks at all the game films from the Jets' offense, and they get a good idea what they like to do in different situations. Well, late in the week, the Jet offensive coaches also look at that and see what their tendencies are, and they know how the Pats are going to play in those certain situations, so they go against their tendencies, and Walton and his offensive staff has done a good job.
Jets first down at the New England 44-yard line with 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Ryan trying to duck out of trouble, but down he goes, and let's see if it was blown dead. Blackman able to come up with the football, but the play was stopped.
Well, the Patriots desperately looking for a turnover to get something going positive, trying to ignite their offense, change the momentum around. We'll take another look as Ryan half rows. When you half row, you're also getting closer to those big linebackers, those outside linebackers. Now one of them's got him, the other one's going for the football, and of course the referee Jerry Seaman blows him in the grasp and control, and the ball is dead.
And the sack credited to the rookie from Toledo, Brent Williams. His third sack of the season. 2nd and 13, a loss of 3 on the play. Minute and a half to go in this first half. That was nearly intercepted, but instead the reception by Schuler for another Jet first down.
Don Blackman just can't believe it. He was all over Schuler. Probably the ball shouldn't have even been thrown to Schuler because of the coverage. As you see, Blackman very upset. Schuler, 82, releases to the outside. Blackman with good coverage. It's amazing the size of him. Ball was right on time, bobbled by both of them, and Schuler just takes it away.
And it's a 20-yard pass play. 4th catch of the day by Schuler with a timeout call. Joe Walton and his Jets pulling off a shocker here in Foxborough, where the Jets have not had good fortune in recent years. The Jets lead it 17-0. The last time the Patriots were shut out in the first half was back in September of '84. A game that went to lose to the Washington Redskins. First down for Ryan. Off the double pump, he goes deep. Incomplete. Lepet on the coverage with Toon, step for step. Dallas maintaining that 10-0 lead. Herschel Walker with a 1-yard touchdown run, and Buffalo over Miami. Atlanta now leading the Rams 10-7, and Detroit over Green Bay in the second quarter, 14-0. NFL 86 coming up at halftime. All the scores and highlights back at our studios in New York. 2nd and 10 at the Patriot 27. That's Toon in motion. And Ryan throws end zone. Little activity between Claiborne and Walker.
It's going to be interesting to see whom they call the interference on.
Pass interference, number 26, defense in the end zone. Ball's on the 1-yard line. First down.
The reason I said interesting because it looked as though the receiver bumped into Claiborne, but let's take a look right here. Watch these two receivers as they go down, and it looks like the receiver does look back for the ball, as you see, but so does Claiborne. I think that was a good call because the receiver, Walker, had trying to look back, trying to jump up and catch the ball. Tough call on Claiborne, but I think it was a fair call.
And the Patriots have called for time as the Jets will go 1st and goal from the 1 with 1:08 left in this first half. Next Saturday night here on NBC, Game 1 of the 1986 World Series getting underway at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The World Series is home here on NBC. The Jets setting the tone early on that first drive, 89 yards, 17 plays. They had the football for over 10 minutes. Another long drive capped off by a Johnny Hector touchdown, a 47-yard field goal by Pat Leahy for a 17-0 lead. The 2 touchdowns by Hector plus the field goal. And the interference call on Claiborne, setting up 1st and goal from the 1 with 1:08 left in this first half.
Don Shinnick there with the sweater draped around his shoulders. He's a linebacker coach. He's scratching his head along with Raymond Berry. They're a proud team, though, proud players and coaching staff. They'll be back in the second half.
Hector and Page, the running backs. And Ryan throws for Schuler. And it is another Jet touchdown. Mickey Schuler able to hang on. His 5th catch of the day, and the Jets now lead it 23-0.
And you see the frustration of Tippett after the play as he pushes on Schuler. Schuler, 82, releases to the outside. Not bad coverage, just a perfect throw. Tippett does the right thing at the right thing, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. The frustration of Tippett right here as he just pushes him. Everything's going right for the Jets, and Tippett says nothing's going right for us. A lot of pride on that defensive unit, that ball club.
It was Mickey Schuler who caught that dramatic game winner last week against Buffalo in the final minute. Here is Leahy. And the Jets now leading it 24-0. A score that I'm sure, as it has flashed around the NFL, is receiving surprising reaction. 24-0 Jets with 1:02 left in this first half. And you're hearing the boos directed at the New England Patriots.
I'm sure the fans in Denver are going to be looking at this. Let's go back and take a look. Here's Schuler. He's just going to run to the outside as the man comes in to give him all this area to throw the football to. A little play action first to hold the linebackers maybe. Schuler's going to get a release to the outside. Tippett has got the coverage. Not bad coverage on it. Just a perfect throw by Ryan. You've got to say at this point that Ryan is doing everything right, and Grogan really hasn't had an opportunity because he hasn't had that many plays.
Ryan is 12 for 16, 142 yards, and this is first touchdown of the season. Now Pat Leahy getting set to kick off. The deep man is Stephen Starring, flanked by Weathers and Hawthorne. to the 10. Off the spin. Moving across the 20-yard line. 56 seconds remaining in this first half. Now here is Ryan throwing the touchdown to Schuler. And keep an eye on the reaction of the quarterback, Pat Ryan. So for Pat, his first of the season.
Every backup quarterback would love to get in there and play, and Ryan is having some fun today.
Out of the shotgun. Grogan on first down. And has a big play with Stanley Morgan. For Morgan, his first catch of the day. It's a 47-yarder. Lance Bell on the tackle. As you see, 46 seconds remaining of the half, and a timeout call.
If there's been a favorite receiver of Grogan's over the years, it's been Morgan, as he comes straight down the field about 15 yards and squares in behind these linebackers. The linebackers will be short, and Grogan will get the ball to Morgan coming straight across the field. This is an opportunity to make some big plays because you have a speed man running east and west. Now he gets a block and can turn it up and split him. He made a decision to go around Holmes, and that proved to slow him up to allow the Jets to make the tackle. Here you get to see what Grogan sees. He's got good protection. He's got a hole right in the middle that he can look through. Throws it over the linebacker and right into Morgan.
Stanley Morgan, the man who destroyed the Jets in that earlier meeting at the New Jersey Meadowlands, came into today tied for second in receptions behind Al Toon. Tied with Todd Christensen of the Los Angeles Raiders, and leads the AFC in touchdowns with 6.
Raymond Berry said that Grogan is not a backup quarterback. He is a starting quarterback. We have 2 quarterbacks, and I think this game, Marv, is a long way from over. I think Grogan is embarrassed, and I think he wants to get some things done here and in the second half.
First down from the Jet 34. Grogan getting the time and able to complete to Collins. Clock running. Patriots have 1 timeout remaining. Hurry up offense being utilized here by Grogan. We're down to 25 seconds. Goes over the middle and broken up. Intended for the rookie tight end, Greg Beatty. And now the clock stops with 21 seconds left.
Nice play by Bob Crable to get over and deflect the ball. Clock is stopped, as you say, and the Patriots would like to at least get away with a field goal. Get some points on the board.
It'll be a 3rd and 4 when we resume from the Jet 28. Complete rundown of all the scores coming up at halftime with Bob Costas and the crew on NFL 86. Grogan is 4 for 8, 61 yards, and looking deep. And a short touchdown drop by Irving Fryer. He should have had it.
You know it's your day. You know, if you're a Jet fan, you know it's your day, or if you're a Jet. As you see, Grogan with an excellent throw, throws it over Holmes. Holmes right there, 47, had the deep outside zone, did not get back to cover that zone. Fryer started from the slot position, went down and broke behind Holmes and just dropped the football.
And here is Tony Franklin attempting from 45 yards away, the angle to the right. So the Jet shutout continues with 10 seconds remaining in this first half. Franklin 11 for 15 now on the season and not able to hit from 45.
Raymond Berry doesn't know what is going on. He knows he's played in enough games, though, to know that some days it just doesn't go your way, or as he would like to think, some halves don't go your way, and he wants to go in at halftime and regroup. And that man right there, whom Barry says is a very crafty veteran and has a mind like a coach and feels like a coach on the field, will bring him back out the second half and get some things done.
Well, the Jets will just run it out. And they head to the locker room with a commanding 24-0 lead, while the Patriots head off and hear it from the crowd. The Patriots coming in at 3-2 off the 34-7 win over Miami here in Foxborough. They had beaten the Jets earlier in the year 20-6 in a convincing win.
Grogan only had it 4 times in only 15 plays, so he didn't get an opportunity to get a lot done.
And that is Stephen Starring awaiting the kickoff from Pat Leahy, and we're underway in the second half. Starring to the 10. Starring breaking loose. Chased by Sohn, and he took a hit from Leahy. A gorgeous return by Starring. A 52-yard kickoff return.
Well, we just talked about at halftime, somebody needs to stand up and make a play. This is the first one on the first opportunity of the second half. Starring, who started the game off with a good return, does it again in the second half, and this is what they need. Somebody to stand up and be counted, get the ball out to some good field position.
Kurt Sohn able to chase him down, and it's a first down at midfield. Completes to Collins. Lance Mell on the stop of Tony Collins.
I think what you're going to see here is Grogan, who calls his own plays, is going to throw first and run second. Here it's a little zone. Collins hooks up in between the zone, but Grogan is going to open the thing up. He says, we're 24 points behind. Let's loosen them up a little.
Picked up 7, 2nd and 3 at the 43. Off the swing, it is dropped by Collins. Mell on the coverage, setting the New England Patriots at the tackles. Brian Holloway and Steve Moore returning following that knee injury. Back in the lineup, Paul Fairchild, the man filling the shoes of the retired John Hannon. Not an easy task replacing a future Hall of Famer. At left guard, Ron Wooten. The right guard in the center is Pete Brock. Brock says going against Joe Klecko is like playing chess with boxing gloves. It's a 3rd and 3. Off the draw, Collins close to the first down marker.
It's going to be close, Marv. He bounced across the line. Whether or not he was touched by a defensive man, I don't know. But he scooted forward for the first down, but they're marking it short of the first down.
And a 4th and inches, and the Patriots will go for it. Number 12, incidentally, is the backup quarterback, Tom Ramsey.
It's the end of the play. I don't think he just tripped over his own man or his own feet. As you see him crawling forward, he knew how far he had to get. 4th and 1. That's a big one early in the second half.
Weathers and Tutupu are the running backs. Mosi Tutupu has the first down. Holmes on the tackle. And a check of our 10-minute ticker. Dallas now leading 16-0 over Washington. Miami is pulled in front of Buffalo. Detroit leads Green Bay. Atlanta over the Rams. Kansas City and Cleveland tied. New Orleans in front of Indianapolis. And St. Louis over Tampa Bay. And a first down for Stanley Morgan. Harry Hamilton on the stop.
Grogan doesn't get an opportunity in practice to work a lot with the first team offense. Of course, Tony Eason, as you see Morgan running a slant. Good throw in between the two defensive backs. but Grogan works with the second unit, and Eason usually gets the call with the first group.
15-yard play. Morgan's second catch. First down at the Jet 24. And here is Collins. Good tackle by Carl Howard. Check that. Johnny Lynn able to catch Collins from behind.
When you don't get an opportunity, Marv, to work with your receivers a lot in practice, there's a timing problem, and Grogan, of course, worked with them all week, but practice and games are a little bit different. Everything happens so much quicker in a game than it does in practice, and of course, Eason needed that time with his receivers because of his inexperience.
2nd and 7. Again able to complete. Stanley Morgan, Steve Grogan beginning to catch fire. Mellon Holmes combining on the tackle, and a 1st and goal now for the Patriots.
This is just what the Patriots needed and wanted to do coming out, and of course the Jets wanted to stop him on the first drive. Grogan doing what he has to do, throwing the underneath stuff to make a first down and hopefully a touchdown.
Picked up 14 on the play. Morgan's 3rd catch. 1st and goal at the 7. And Collins is hit for a 3-yard loss by Klecko.
Klecko and Brock, they've been fighting each other for a long time. This time Klecko gets the best of it. Normally the right guard will help Brock to stop the penetration that Klecko is so good at getting off the line of scrimmage. That time Brock had him by himself.
2nd and goal back at the 9. And Grogan throws it away. Morgan in the area, but was well covered.
That comes from a quarterback that has run that route many, many times, and he can know immediately if the route's going to be any good or not. That time, something happened in the defensive secondary. He knew it was no good and just threw it away.
And it will be a 3rd and goal at the 9. 5 minutes gone by, 3rd quarter. It's the Jets 24, New England nothing. Now Starring flank to the left. Morgan right. With time, incomplete. Intended for Fryer. Johnny Lynn on the cover. And here comes the field goal unit.
Take a look at the defense. Grogan right over the middle. He's looking that way. He's going to draw some defenders. Just an excellent play by Lynn. Excellent. He thought he had it. He thought he had it, and the defensive back Lynn just got there in time to knock it away.
This will be a 26-yard attempt. Franklin earlier missed from 45. And this one is good. So the Patriots on the board and trail the Jets 24-3.
Today's game is brought to you by Chrysler Plymouth. We are working together to be the best. By Radio Shack, a division of Tandy Corporation. And by Prestone, makers of Prestone 2 Antifreeze. Don't push your luck. Change it with fresh Prestone.
It is a 62-degree day here in Foxborough. The New England Patriots trailing the New York Jets by the score of 24-3. As we get set for the Tony Franklin kickoff, and a short kick. So one of the up men on the return. There's a fumble, and it is picked up by Tatupu. Osi Tatupu runs it in. Big break for the Patriots. Ben Rudolph, who was up for the kickoff, not a man that you want running with the football, gave it up.
Well, I guess you have to question why Rudolph is in that position. Normally, a short kickoff would go to an up man. I thought this would happen. We're going to see from the replay official upstairs whether or not he was down before the ball came out. Now Rudolph is up there to block. He should turn around and give the ball to somebody else, but let's see if the ground caused the fumble or if the ball was out before. You're not going to see from that angle. It looked, though, it looked to me like he was down before the ball came out from that angle, but that's tough to tell. We're waiting to hear from upstairs.
And it is Jack Reeder, who is the replay official, located in a booth to our right, who is checking out these replays.
This may show it a little better. I don't think they can change it, Marv. I don't think they can change it because there's not indisputable visual evidence from either of those two replays, unless this one coming up can tell us something. From that, it looked like he was down.
That was the best replay because you could see Rudolph cradling the ball.
You could also see his back hit the ground and then the ball come out. Now the instant replay official is looking at this. He cannot hear us, so we don't have a vote, or we cannot influence him one way or the other, but he's down, and now the ball comes out. Whether it was loose before we saw it come loose, we can't tell.
And this is an enormous call because it would put the Patriots right back in it if the touchdown by Tutupu off the fumble recovery holds up.
This whole process has been under some fire lately about whether to change it, whether to keep it, whether to get rid of it, or whatever. In a pregame show, NFL 86 had a discussion about it. Bob Trumpy down in Miami did it, and now it looks as though it is going to come back. It's going to be a fumble, and the Jets are going to keep the football.
The Jets celebrating. Ben Rudolph certainly liked the call. It will not be a Patriot touchdown. The ruling is that Rudolph was down.
Well, it certainly is a big call in this game because the Patriots desperately needed a turnover, something on their side.
After further review by the instant replay official, the runner was down by contact, and then the ball came out. We will have first down, New York.
So the play ruled dead, and Ben Rudolph breathing a sigh of relief.
I think it's the right call. He's got the ball right here, and he's going to, before it comes out, now he's down right there. Now anything else, he's down. The ball comes out after he hits the ground. And obviously the official, Jack Reeder, felt there was indisputable visual evidence.
Although the fans are in a frenzy over it, not much complaining from the Patriots sideline. And a first down at the 35. Here's Hector up near the 40-yard line. The rookie, Brent Williams, tripped him up. Dallas now 16-0. Third quarter, Miami extending its lead. Johnny Hector now 22 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Picked up 4 on that last thrust. Second down, 6. Jets with a 24-3 lead on the Patriots. The move to the outside by Hector to turn the corner. And he's out of bounds close to the marker. Set for another update. Let's go to Bob Costas.
All right, Marv, here's a touchdown in Cleveland that stands. Second touchdown pass of the day for Bernie Kosar. In the third quarter, he hits the great tight end Ozzie Newsome for a 6-yard score, and it gives the Browns a 14-7 lead playing at home against the Chiefs. Back to Marv.
Thank you, Bob. And back here in Foxborough, it'll be a third down and 1. The explanation from Jack Reeder, the replay official, is what you pointed out, Bob. The ground caused the fumble, so the ball was dead. Patriot defense toughening up as McGrew was all over Page.
And you wonder about the psychology of all this. The Patriots coming out the second half and scoring 3 points, and then, hey, we finally got a break, and we run it in. We're going to get back in this game, and then all of a sudden the replay official takes it away from them. You know, the emotions on both sides were lifted. The Jets were up. Patriots were down, but they have an opportunity to take the ball again after the Patriots stopped the offense.
Dave Jennings, who was a busy man last week and had a good game against Buffalo, punting for the first time today from his 30. Irving Fryer is back. Fryer averaging 10 yards per return and can fly. Good coverage by the Jets. Fryer could go nowhere. A 38-yard punt by Jennings. Lester Lyles leading the punt coverage.
Jets are second in the entire league in covering punts, and here's a good example of how good they are. Jennings with a high punt, good coverage. Patriots will take over from their own 10.
Patriots first down from their 17. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Look out. Klecko making the move. This has become almost traditional with Joe Klecko, which does have the defense thinking you take a couple of these, not a bad thing.
Joe feels bad. He's got his head down, but I'm sure Walton and also Bud Carson, defensive coordinator, will put up with that because of the havoc that Klecko causes in the middle of that offensive line with his quickness.
First and 5. New England from its 22. And Brogan in trouble. Tripped up. And he left the football there. Marty Lyons getting to the quarterback. And the Jets are credited with their second sack. Pete Brock, the center, on the cover-up.
Lyons 93 getting in between, trips Grogan up, and the ball comes out when he hits the ground right there. Now, Lyons has had an opportunity to play since Gastineau's been out the last few weeks and has played very well. In fact, in talking with Raymond Berry before the game, he said Lyons is playing the best of all those linemen.
Lyons' third sack of the season. It is a second down, 11. Flag thrown. Collins off the catch, out to the 15.
And a fight.
Well, the Jets last week had a couple of scraps with the Buffalo Bills. The main eventer was Marty Lyons and Jim Kelly. And a flare right here. The right guard, Ron Wooten, involved. That's a pre-med man, Ron Wooten.
Take a look at the bottom of your screen right here. Wooten and Lyons. That's 2 weeks in a row for Lyons. Go for the head mask right there with face mask. Scratch and pull. That's how to fight in an NFL.
Marty Lyons took exception to Jim Kelly, who last week poked his finger through the face mask. Of course, Lyons had slammed Kelly around prior to that. Little finger pointing between Brock and Lyons.
Lyons, one of your calmer Jets off the field.
Yes, off the field.
He wouldn't be too calm on the field and be a good player, would he?
Several penalty flags tossed. Ron Wooten, a guy who has emerged as a leader for the Patriots with the departure of John Haddon, Julius Adams. Right here, though, we're set for a special report from NBC News. Apparently they are not ready for us, so we'll stay right here in Foxborough as the officials discuss the penalty call.
Holding, number 58, offense, penalty decline, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 61, offense, penalty decline, third down.
It is against New England, so Ron Wooten is called on the personal foul, and Brock on the other call. Welcome back to Sullivan Stadium in Foxborough. Marv Albert with Bob Greasy and the Patriots over the last minute moving up the field. A couple of completions. Grogan to Starring on an 18-yard pass play. He just hit Morgan for a first down with 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. First down at midfield. Morgan with his fourth catch of the day. The Jets in front by the score of 24-3. And Grogan on a streak. Another first down for the Patriots. Cedric Jones on the reception. And let's bring you up to date on the scoreboard. Dallas now in front of Washington, 16-6. Miami in front of Buffalo. The Dolphins and the Bills at 1 up and 4 down. Five and a half minutes to go, third quarter. And Grogan going deep. Intended for Starring. Running the post pattern. Covered by Holmes.
Grogan thought he should have had it. He had to throw the ball a little harder than he'd like to get it through all the linebackers you see right in the middle of your screen. The reason he had to throw it hard also, because the safety coming from the right there was going to cream him if he caught the football. It was Lynn. Grogan says, I throw the ball 30 yards and the man drops it. All he has to do is catch it.
Grogan out 13 for 21, 143 yards, 2nd and 10 at the Jet 34. Another bullet, and it's caught. And a penalty flag thrown. We'll have to see where they spot that reception by Cedric Jones. Took the hit from Harry Hamilton. It is against New England. Right here, we pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is WMAR TV2 in Baltimore, Maryland's leader in sports broadcasting.
And the holding penalty against Steve Moore of the Patriots. Moore, the right tackle, who made his return today, sat out last week after suffering a knee problem a couple of weeks back against Denver. It sets it back to a 2nd and 20 at the Jet 44. Starring now, split wide left side. And Grogan goes the right side for Morgan. A 44-yard bomb to Stanley Morgan.
Number 47 on the right side has him all the way. He was up in a disguise bump and run. Now you see him turning his head. He's got the deep outside coverage in the zone. Morgan has too much speed for that kind of stuff. Grogan sees it and just lays it right over the top.
Stanley Morgan with his 7th touchdown of the season. Here's Franklin for the extra point. So Morgan beating Holmes in the earlier game. He did the job against Davlin Mullen, and now it is Jerry Holmes' problem. The World Series back home here on NBC, getting underway. Game 1 next Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The New England Patriots closing the gap. The Jets now lead at 24-10. This after the instant replay rule called back a Patriot touchdown. It did not go their way. And the return by Humphrey. Bobby Humphrey to the 28-yard line, stopped by Rod McSwain. And Pat Ryan and the Jets now starting at the 28. There's Stanley Morgan, who leads the AFC, coming up with his 7th touchdown. Now 2 more than Wesley Walker.
Having a good year this year. He's lost some weight. He's in the greatest shape of his life, and he's really feeling good about himself. Johnny Hector on a slant.
Stopped by Brent Williams and Toby Williams. Brent Williams replacing the injured Kenneth Sims. He's been out with a bad back. May return, though, next week. Patriots playing at Pittsburgh next Sunday.
Jets go back to their right side, are running Ed Williams, number 96, and Toby Williams, number 90, inside of Tippett on that left side defensively.
Second down, 7 from the 32. Hector picked up 3. The nose tackle, Toby Williams, along with the inside linebacker, Lawrence McGrew, on the tackle.
Middle of that line, there's Bingham, 64 after the snap, blocking on Williams, number 90. Doesn't get a good piece of him, and 90. Williams gets a little bit of the tackle, but it all starts with the center. And if you told me to take 3 players away from the Jets to hurt them, I would have taken Fields, O'Brien, and McNeil. They're playing without all 3.
Crowd back into it. Ryan with a deep drop and floats one incomplete. Claiborne and James on the coverage, and this capacity crowd reacting to the defense.
Don Blackman with the pressure from the left side as he runs by Page, gets a hand on him, forces him to throw it a little bit off target. Good coverage downfield and good pressure in the backfield.
Abe Jennings will punt from his 20. Irving Fryer awaiting the punt. 3:15 to go, third quarter. And a good one. Fryer from his 15. And again, the Jets are right on it. 47-yard punt, but it's New England back to the offense. Check of the ticker. Miami on a 2-yard run by Lorenzo Hampton, now in front of Buffalo 20-7, and Chicago is up to a 14-0 lead on Houston. Atlanta over the LA Rams. Bernie Kosar's thrown 2 for Cleveland. 3 minutes left, third quarter, and the Patriots showing some signs, trailing 24-10. They take over at their 23-yard line. Broken for Collins. Picked up 8 on the play. Johnny Lynn, the free safety, on the tackle of Tony Collins, who is an excellent receiver out of the backfield.
And Lynn, the leader of that secondary, makes a lot of the calls. And the Jets have had a lot of injuries in the secondary, but now that everybody is coming back healthy, they are very deep in that defensive backfield.
Second and 2. First down. Let's see what they ruled. Was he stripped, and was it recovered, or will it be called an incomplete pass? The Jets applauding the call, and again the officials huddle up.
I think they're going to wait for a replay maybe to see, because the replay official deals with possession, touching or not touching, and that's what we see there. As you see now the rule is you have to have both feet clearly on the ground with possession of the ball. Let's see what happens. He's got the ball, 1 foot. No, that was not a completion because both feet were not clearly on the ground. The ball should go back to the Patriots. Take another look. He's got possession, 1 foot, and before the second foot gets to the ground, the ball comes out.
Now earlier, Jack Reeder, who was the replay official, made the call that went against the Patriots and cost the touchdown. Mosi Tatupu picking up the fumble on the kickoff. One of the upmen, Ben Rudolph, started a run with it.
After further review by the instant replay official, the receiver did not have both feet on the ground and control the ball. Incomplete pass.
So that is the call, and we'll get another look at it. And both instant replay calls have gone against New England.
Well, I think both of them were the correct calls. Also, this one goes for New England, though. They get the possession of the ball back. But you know, I think the people that are prejudging this thing should wait a little bit longer until they get all the bugs worked out.
All right, it's a 3rd down and 2. And Grogan goes deep for Fryer. A 69-yard touchdown.
Irving Fryer with the speed. The one thing that this team does have is some people that can make big plays, impact players. They have them both on offense and defense, and they have depth. Barry says of Grogan that he makes big plays. He's crafty and he takes a lot of pressure off of him. You just give him enough time and he's going to make something happen.
The Patriots getting right back at it as Franklin connects and they move within 7. So Irving Fryer with a 69-yard touchdown, leading to his Pee Wee Herman-like celebration.
Fryer's going to get loose. As you take another look, Jets in man-to-man coverage. Bobby Humphrey, man-to-man, down the middle of the field. Now, this has got to be a little bit of a plus for Grogan. Whenever he sees man coverage deep downfield, he's as good a thrower as there is in the National Football League. Lots of speed, over the top, and this time Fryer doesn't drop the football. Just outruns Lynn into the end zone, and the Patriots are back in this ball game as we see him doing his little dance.
In fact, that is first catch of the day with 2:17 left, 3rd quarter. The Jets now clinging to a 7-point lead. Excellent run back by Sohn, run out by backup linebacker Ed Reynolds. And the word confirmed from the replay booth, Bob, is that you are 2 for 2 on your assessment.
2 for 2. It helps to know the rules. Sometimes the instant replay has been knocked because the announcers don't know the rules. Rules change when they don't know, but it helps to know the rules.
All right, 1st down for Ryan. Walker not able to hold on. He was by himself.
You know, momentum plays such a big part in this football game, and the first half was all Jets. The second half has been most all the Patriots. As you take a look at the line score, the 3 possessions the Patriots have had in the second half, they've had a field goal and 2 touchdowns. The Jets have been 3 and punt in both their offensive possessions in the second half.
And the Jets now have been outscored in the 3rd quarter this year, 47-0. 2nd and 10. Almost intercepted. McGrew had a shot at it. It was intended for Schuler.
Schuler was throwing that ball as much away from McGrew as he was to Schuler because he expected Schuler to go out and he hooked up, but he was throwing it away from the defensive man.
It'll be a 3rd and 10 from the 40. 1:58 to go, 3rd quarter.
The Jets need to regroup and get some of that fire and that spark back that they started the game out with.
Ernest Gibson in the nickel defense. for two, and a flag throw. Now Claiborne on the coverage. He was hit for an interference call earlier. Back at Sullivan Stadium in Foxborough, Marv Albert with Bob Greasy. We're a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Still the Jets by 7 over New England. Back with the action right after we pause for these messages. Back in Foxborough, the Jets on a drive. First down from the New England 19-yard line. Jets still lead the Patriots 24-17. 4 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter as Johnny Hector moves down near the 10, tripped up by Fred Marion. While we were away, an exchange of possessions. A 39-yard punt by Jennings gave the ball back to New England. They were stopped on their drive attempt. Camarillo punted 56 yards, and the Jets starting out deep in their territory, able to move downfield. The key plays, an interference call again on Raymond Claiborne, his third of the afternoon. So that set up a 14-yard pass play to Sohn. A 17-yard run by Johnny Hector, who had been quiet in the second half, but showing some signs. And right now, Ryan and the Jets have a 2nd and 2 from the 11. This is Hector once again. Johnny Hector slicing for the first down. Marion on the stop. Pat Ryan cooled off after the outstanding first half. 1 for 6 for a stretch during the course of the third quarter, and minus yardage over those 6 passes.
And 3 consecutive punts on 3 possessions. And now this fourth possession, you see Johnny Hector getting back into the offense. Ryan going to short passes, and Hector picking up some yardage. We said early on that Hector would be the key. 127 yards. He had 70 in the first half, and he's gained a great deal of that in the second half on this drive.
31 carries, the most of his NFL career. It is a 1st and goal down at the 2. 89 Cleaver in motion, and Page is stopped. Tony Page is stopped. And check out the comparative statistics here as the Patriots have fought their way back in the second half as Grogan has been able to catch fire.
Jets controlling the first half, and just the opposite, the Patriots in the second half. Some of that 61 yards were on this drive, and Grogan is igniting this ball club. We said early on, too, that Grogan was the key for his team. If they could protect him, he's thrown 2 touchdown passes this second half.
Bud Carson holding a defensive meeting on the sideline. And Pat Ryan calls for time. He was looking at a 2nd and goal from the 2, just under 9 remaining in this fourth quarter. The Jets by 7. Marv Albert with Bob Greasy on a beautiful, crisp day in New England. The Jets with another sustained drive. 10th play coming up. And the crowd getting behind the defense. Hector and Page, the running backs. 2nd and goal from the 2. And it is Page surging forward. No official indication. The Jets indicating touchdown, but looks to be just short.
Earlier in the game, the Jets were on the opposite goal line and could not get it in, and 2 consecutive plays. The Patriots jumped off sides. It's going to be interesting to see here if Ryan uses the cadence as an extra weapon on this play.
It is a 3rd and goal from just outside the goal line. And referee Jerry Seaman calling an official timeout.
That's to reset the clock. The 30-second clock was not functioning. Ronnie Lepet.
The 30-second clock did not operate. It has been properly reset. Replay.
Ronnie Lepet looking around, always in the game, helping Jerry Seaman out with the clock problem.
And again the whistle.
Lepet is very observant. Not only does he a gambling type of defensive back with good eyes to see what the quarterback likes to do, but also in the Dolphin game a couple of weeks ago, heard Dan Marino hollering out to Clayton.
The 30-second clock is not operational. Consequently, it'll be kept on the field by the field judge. Please reset the time of the game to 8:14. Please reset the time of the game to 8:14.
So
Okay.
the 5-second adjustment made there on the game clock.
Last week in the Dolphin game, Ronnie Lepet heard Dan Marino hollering out to Mark Clayton, one of his wide receivers, back out, back out. And Lepet says, I knew what that meant. He was either going to go in and break back out or go out and break back in. So he says when he ran the double route, he was there and intercepted the pass. So good eyes, good ears, and always aware, Ronnie Lepet.
And he came up with 2 interceptions, picking off Marino twice.
Actually
last week.
had 3, Marv. One of them was wiped out by a penalty.
3rd and goal. Hector is in. His 3rd touchdown of the day. And what a day it has been for Johnny Hector.
And Hector, as we look at Tippett down on the turf, be a severe loss to the Patriots if anything happened to him as we take another look. And again, the Jets running to the right side over the inside of the right defensive side. Take a look at Tippett, 56, and see if we can see what happens as Schuler is blocking on him. Gets rid of Schuler. It's his head and shoulders, neck area. Gets it bent back. Still down on the turf.
What a surge by Johnny Hector to get across the goal line. He was an outstanding long jumper in his college days at Texas A&M. In fact, once placed second to Carl Lewis in a meet back in 1982. Johnny Hector with his 3rd touchdown of the day, all from close in, but that equals a Jet team record for most touchdowns in a game. And 128 yards on the ground, a career mark for Johnny Hector.
Could have been mimicking Irving Fryer's dance there in the end zone afterwards. It looked as though he was doing his own version.
Doesn't have the Pee Wee Herman twist that Fryer does.
Yeah, well,
as Tippett is being helped off.
Watch here now, watch it. He says, I can do it too, Irving Fryer.
All right, Tippett being helped to the sideline. And Pat Leahy will attempt the extra point. The Jets now lead at 30-17.
It's good to see Tippett moving it off on his own power. An outstanding linebacker in this league, and certainly a big play man for the Patriots defense.
Timeout has been called. We'll be right back. Back in Foxborough, we're set for the extra point attempt. So Leahy has been perfect today. And the Jets now lead the Patriots by the score of 31-17 with 8 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. And there is Andre Tippett, one of the strongest linebackers in the game. Also has that black belt in karate, but right here is shaken up. And here's how it happened.
Tippett on the right side of your screen gets rid of Schuler in pretty good shape, and then his head and neck area as he hits the thigh of Hector just goes right down. We said early on that this would be a very physical game. It always has been. Tippett, Don Blackman, Garen Barris has gone off the field with injuries. Kurt Sohn for the Jets. Craig James for the Patriots has been taken off with a knee injury, and always a tough, hard-hitting game when these two teams get together.
And in the past, the Jets have been the club hit with the severe injuries. In this case, Sohn looked to be okay. Varus did play again, but the key injury is Craig James, and now we'll have to wait on the report on Andre Tippett. A couple of big hits while we were away during the course of that special news report. Stanley Morgan got walloped, but was able to hang in. And they will kick again. Swing around the scoreboard. Dallas opening up that 30-6 lead. Herschel Walker has scored again from a yard out, his second touchdown of the day. Miami.
Houston playing Chicago tough.
So Leahy will tee it up once again. I mentioned Johnny Hector equaling a Jet record, only the fourth Jet to score 3 touchdowns in a game. Emerson Boozer, John Riggins, and Kevin Long have done it. Boozer twice in 72 against the Patriots. Stephen Starring on the return. Nice move. Chased by Sohn. Try to stiff on him, but Sohn run him out and a flag thrown. 32-yard return by Starring, who has had a big day.
They're bringing this one back, Marv. Starring has had some minor injuries and has not been returning kickoffs. He has done an outstanding job here today, but unfortunately for the Patriots, to no avail.
Illegal block during the return. Number 54, receiving team, first down.
Ed Williams, backup linebacker, called on the penalty. Well, the Red Sox trying to remain alive, leading the California Angels in the third. So the Patriots start out at their 20. Important series for Steve Grogan, who goes sideline for the tight end Hawthorne. Greg Hawthorne giving the new look at tight end here in New England. What with Lynn Dawson injured, Derek Ramsey gone.
And Lynn Dawson, a big part of that run offense, as he's a good blocker. Grogan throws it in between and over Jet defenders. Hawthorne can't come up with it, but if there's one area that this Super Bowl team is from last year is weak in, Marv, it's tight end. With the injury and, like you say, to Dawson and Ramsey leaving, is an undersized tight end is Hawthorne.
And they have the rookie Beatty behind him, and the veteran Scott, former Kansas City Chief. Grogan for Fryer. What a catch! Irving Fryer holding it in with one hand, a 25-yard pass play. Kyle Clifton on the tackle.
It's an outstanding catch. Watch these two defenders right here. Here's one, the other one. He's going to throw it in between them. It's amazing how he catches this ball. He gets to throw it over the front of the second as we go back to live action.
Diving attempt by Collins. And it is a completed pass. Tony Collins at midfield.
7 minutes remaining. Grogan goes into his hurry-up offense.
As a third down and 6. The Jets up by 14, 31-17. Hawthorne has the first down. Word on Andre Tippett, he suffered a concussion and he is out the rest of the day.
Well, that's it's good news and bad news. It's good that it's nothing worse. Of course, the Patriots would like to see him in the ball game, but it's nice to hear it's nothing worse than a concussion. You always hate to see him injured up around their head and neck area.
Patriots losing Craig James with the knee, and now Tippett sideline. First down, Patriots from the Jet 44. Grogan inside the 20-yard line for Stanley Morgan. Jerry Holmes on the tackle.
Morgan says, hey, Fryer, if you can make one-handed catches, I can do it too. And an outstanding catch. Now you're seeing the veterans of this ball club, Grogan and Morgan, make the plays that they weren't making in the first half.
And here is Grogan again. Touchdown! Cedric Jones! An 18-yard pass play following up the 26-yard play with Morgan.
with all kinds of time, rifles this ball. Watch Harry Hamilton right there on the inside. Should have been there, but fell down short of the play and did not get there.
And this is what Steve Grogan has done so well over the years against the Jets. Got off to the slow start, but he is on fire. And the extra point by Franklin brings the Patriots within 7. Grogan 20 for 33, 351 yards and 3 touchdowns with 5:34 left in this fourth quarter. And 2 excellent catches, one by Fryer and one by Morgan, to keep this drive going.
Outstanding throws. The Jets are just dropping back. That zone coverage when you don't cover anybody individually. The ball has to be thrown high to get it over Mel or Clifton. Outstanding catch. 2 big plays, and Grogan with the touchdown. Nice drive for the Patriots.
Cedric Jones, in his 5th year out of Duke University, has this crowd going once again. Stanley Morgan has caught 7. A lot of time left as Tony Franklin gets set to kick it off. Won only 2 of 7 against the New England Patriots, and this is 4th season as head coach of the Jets. Patriots have won 5 of the last 6 against the Jets, the last 3 here in Foxborough. They were down 24-0 at the half. And another big hit. Kurt Sohn popped again by the rookie Mike Ruth. National Football League rules require that we present away games starting with the opening kickoff to stations in the team's home area. So viewers in Seattle will be leaving this game in a few moments for a telecast involving their home team. However, we'll continue to bring you reports on this game to keep you up to date.
Mike Ruth with a big hit ignites the crowd and the players on defense.
Jets start out from their 20. Johnny Hector can't turn it. Met by Ed Williams and Brent Williams. Ed Williams replacing the injured Andre Tippett on the outside. And that is Brent Williams ripping off.
You've got 3 Williams in the defensive front 7 for the Patriots as you see Brent Williams trying to shake it off.
Toby Williams, the nose tackle. Brent, the left defensive end. And now Ed Williams on the outside for Tippett. Timeout situation, just under 5 minutes to go. Fourth quarter, the Jets now cling to a 7-point lead. 2nd and 10. And it is Hector up to the 25-yard line.
Well, the Jets going to what they do best, and that's the running game. What's got them there today. Johnny Hector with the big day, and Grogan, of course, bringing them back for the Patriots. Big 3rd down here. 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go. The Jets up by 7.
It's a 3rd and 5. Johnny Hector with 34 carries, 133 yards. Those are both career highs. He has scored 3 touchdowns. Has it deflected. Incomplete.
Garen Bears, number 60, has knocked down 3 passes before coming into this game today. Gets another big one right there to turn the ball over.
The punting unit has come on. Dave Jennings Punting for the fourth time, back at his 10. Patriots have all 3 timeouts left. Irving Fryer is back. Here's Fryer, back at his 30. And he fumbles. Patriots cover up. 43-yard punt. Fryer on the return. The fumble recovered by Mike Ruth. We'll be right back. The punt returned by Irving Fryer. He took the hit. He coughed it up, but it's recovered by the rookie from Boston College, a very popular player in this area, Mike Ruth, who had not seen much action. Hurt his knee earlier in the season. He's over the knee problem, and he's come through with a strong effort here today. A couple of hard hits on special teams, and now the fumble recovery.
Looks to me like he needs to get a little bit bigger jersey. At least the armholes are a little tight.
6'1", 265 pounds. Patriots first down from their 40. The Jets by 7. And Grogan has it broken up, intended for Fryer.
Grogan has been the key for the Patriots. He's brought them back. As we take a look at how the 2 backup quarterbacks have done today, Grogan really igniting them in the second half, and Ryan been relying on Hector. Of course, he's had the lead and has played it a little bit more conservatively.
It is a 2nd and 10. Time remaining. 3:36, fourth quarter. And Collins to the 47. Short of the first down. Lance Mel on the stop. The Jets with a 24-0 lead at the half. 2 touchdowns by Hector from in close, 47-yard field goal, a touchdown pass to Schuler, but the Patriots have come roaring back. Pass intended for Fryer and broken up, almost picked off by Carl Howard. Howard, 3-year man from Rutgers, who has seen quite a bit of action because of the groin injury suffered by Russell Carter, nearly came up with it.
Howard never saw the ball coming until the very end, and then it almost got past him. Knocked the ball loose for an incompletion, but if he'd seen the ball a little bit sooner, may have been able to pick it off.
3 minutes, 7 seconds to go in this fourth quarter.
A little surprised there, Marv, that he threw the ball that far downfield, that he didn't go for the first down. Now you've got 4th and 3.
And the Patriots going for the first down. And will give up the ball on downs, intended for Collins, so the Jets will take over. And Grogan is upset.
Not surprised that he went to Collins. I am a little surprised that the ball was so poorly thrown. Obviously, bottom of your screen, number 33, it's an option. He can break either way. He just goes out, hooks between the linebackers. Grogan thought he was going to be a little bit deeper and a little more inside and threw it too high. That was a big miss for New England. Turns the ball over.
That instant replay call earlier looming larger and larger. There were 2 instant replay calls here today. One that wiped out a possible touchdown from Osi Tatupu off a fumble recovery. Ryan hands it off. Hector off the right side, stopped by McGrew. And we're now under 3 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Clock is running. Pick up a 4, so Johnny Hector has run for 138 yards. It is expected that Freeman McNeil, who dislocated his elbow in the earlier meeting against the Patriots, will be ready to return against Denver next Monday. But Johnny Hector has put together 2 brilliant back-to-back games.
Well, the depth of the Jet offense is obvious here today.
2nd and 6. Hector is stopped.
Not only at the halfback position with Hector, but also with Ryan coming in and doing a workmanlike job doing the offensive game plan, and Bingham subbing for Fields for the 2nd straight week.
And the Patriots call for time, so 2 apiece remaining for the Jets and the Patriots. The Jets with that 24-0 lead at halftime. Then the Patriots came back third quarter. Field goal by Franklin from 26 yards. Morgan on a 44-yard pass from Grogan. Fryer 69-yard touchdown play. Cut it to 24-17. Then Hector took it in from 1. And Grogan brought the Patriots back in a hurry, capping it off with an 18-yard touchdown to Jones to cut it to 31-24. That's where we are with 2:17 left.
It's Rod Russ there calling the defensive signals. It's a low-key individual who is a genius, according to Steve Nelson. He says he is a very smart man. He was the first assistant rehired by Raymond Berry a couple of years ago when he came back to coach. He says he's got good personnel. Does a fine job with that defense.
New England Patriots with a record of 3-2 coming off the win over Miami. They've beaten the Colts and the Jets. They've lost to Seattle here in Foxborough, and they lost in Denver. Each of the losses by 7 points, and they blew 10-point leads in both games. Third down and 6 at the Patriot 43. And Hector trapped. Hit for the loss. Lepet and Ruth combining to stop Hector.
Jets running to their right towards Brent Williams, the rookie, and also Williams, who is subbing for Andre Tippett.
And with the 2-minute warning, we'll pause for these words. This capacity crowd here at Sullivan Stadium really in a frenzy at this point as Dave Jennings gets set. As the Jets drop back into punt formation, and does Steve Grogan have any more magic left?
Well, he's done it before. Like we said, he's a veteran, 113 starts. He started off slowly in the first half. He has done wonders the second half. He didn't convert the last 4th down situation. He's got one more opportunity, and he knows how to run the 2-minute drill as well as anybody.
Exactly 2 minutes remaining. Fourth quarter, Jennings will punt from his 40. And there is the ever-dangerous Irving Fryer.
Fryer went to the Pro Bowl last year as the punt returner, so he certainly has the credentials.
Led the NFL, averaging 14 yards a return a year ago. Jennings with the high snap. And gets the hang time, but it drops and carries to the end zone. So they'll bring it out to the 20. It's a 46-yard punt. And now Steve Grogan will start out from his 20-yard line with 1:53 remaining. And we scan the scoreboard with the final scores coming across. The Jets lead the Patriots 31-24. Grogan replacing the injured Tony Eason, who suffered the bruised ribs last week against Miami. Grogan able to complete. It is a 5-yard pickup. Stephen Starring on the reception, but there are penalty flags thrown. Against the Jets.
And one of the big things that flag does at this point is stop the clock. The pass was complete. New England would have to either use one of their timeouts or hurry up.
Illegal contact, number 28 defense, first down.
Carl Howard of the Jets called on the penalty. And the Patriots take the first down at the 25.
The Jets involved in yet another 2-minute drill. This time they're not on offense, they're on defense. It'd be interesting to see if their defense can play as well in the 2 minutes as their offense has this year.
And Grogan goes sideline. Stephen Starring on an 11-yard pass play for the first down.
I tell you, Mark, both quarterbacks have played well. Both have been backups that we've talked about all day, but some excellent throws. Watch Grogan as he throws this ball over the short man right there and into the receiver's hands. Just outstanding throw.
First down at the 37. Through the hands of Fryer, was thrown just behind him.
Behind him is correct. And again, we go back to the timing. Grogan not having an opportunity to work a lot this year with Fryer in practice or in the ball game, so your timing is going to be a little bit off. Take a look at Mel dropping back in his zone, and then Fryer cuts across underneath him. All just behind him.
Steve Grogan, 22 for 39, 369 yards, 3 touchdowns. Second and 10 from his 37. And it's broken up. Intended for Starring, and a hard hit by Mel.
Starring and Beatty, the rookie tight end, had a little thing going, and this was supposed to be the hook and lateral. Watch as Starring goes down and hooks to the inside. Now watch to the bottom of your screen. You'll see Beatty right there looking for the ball to be lateral.
And now a 3rd and 10. Tony Eason looking on from the sideline.
What a year he's having. After struggling last year and in the Super Bowl.
Top-rated passer in the NFL. But today it is Steve Grogan with his 3rd down and 10. Goes the middle, and it is incomplete, intended for Collins.
Timing is just off. Grogan threw that ball a little low and behind him. I think Collins was expecting it a little sooner.
So a 4th and 10 is just ahead with 1:22 remaining in this 4th quarter. Grogan now 22 for 41.
Steve calling his own plays. One of the few quarterbacks in the league now. I think there may be only one other that calls his plays on the field.
Starring now to the right. And Grogan, being chased by Klecko, goes across the field and has Fryer. And a fumble picked up by the Jets, but a flag is thrown. Harry Hamilton getting that favorable hop, but let's see what the penalty is about. Irving Fryer did well to come back to make the catch.
The Jets are jumping up and down, so I think they're going to keep possession.
There was no infraction on the play. The flag erroneously got pulled from the pocket. First down.
Pulled from the pocket.
A flag puller, obviously, on the field.
Grogan scrambling around, wanting to make sure when he throws the ball, it's 4th and 10. Now at the very end, he just throws this ball up for grabs. 2 Jets have a chance at it. It gets over their head. I'm sure he wasn't throwing that ball for Fryer. Fryer trying to get more yardage, and Lester Lyles knocks it loose, and Lynn makes the recovery. Hamilton makes the recovery, excuse me. But Lyles again with a big play. He's been a big play man, and that's why he's staying in that lineup.
Harry Hamilton, who was injured and set back in that earlier game against the Patriots. Now the Jets will try to run it out. Patriots call for time. Fred Marion with the indication. Exactly 1 minute left in this 4th quarter, and we'll be back after these words. A minute remaining, 4th quarter. Jets with a 2nd and 5. And it's Johnny Hector picking up a couple. And right here, time for the Most Valuable Player Award, sponsored by Budweiser. And today's MVP is Johnny Hector of the Jets. Budweiser will make a contribution to the United Way on behalf of all the MVPs selected in today's game. Johnny Hector, with a sensational day, scored 3 touchdowns, career highs in carries and in yardage. 142 yards for Johnny Hector on 39 carries. And Steve Grogan coming off the bench to throw for 401 yards, a career high.
And I'm sure he would not like to have to throw for 400 yards each week. He'd like to have more balance run and pass, but when you get behind 24 zip at halftime, you pretty much have to come out and throw most of the time. I'm wondering about Freeman McNeil, who is supposed to come off injured reserve next week, watching Johnny Hector being the most valuable player, doing so well. You know, Freeman was on injured reserve. Says, I don't like this injured reserve stuff, out 4 weeks. He's been the scout team, worked with the scout team the last couple of weeks. He was Greg Bell last week of Buffalo. This week he was Craig James in practice, so I'm sure he'd be anxious to get back being Freeman McNeil.
3rd down and 3. And it is Hector stop. Clock is running. So the Jets looking at a record of 5-1. And the Patriots a record of 3-3. And a very significant victory for the New York Jets. They hang on here at the final seconds because they do it against a divisional rival.
The Jets are going to have to punt the ball, and of course you've got Fryer back there who just made a big mistake. Be interesting to see if he doesn't kick it out of bounds, maybe.
And the Jets are running the clock down. Irving Fryer is back at his 22. Now the punt by Jennings. And here is Fryer calling for a fair catch.
Well, they were going for the block. They put 10 men up on the line of scrimmage and went for the block, and he didn't have anybody back there to help him, and the game is over with last play.
So time runs out on the Patriots, and the Jets, who were able to jump off to that 24-0 lead at the half, able to hang on and pull off a 31-24 victory to go 5-1, and the Patriots drop to a record of 3-3. Again, the final here in Foxborough. The Jets 31, the Patriots